All right, this is MobileGamerNerd, and we are back with another Raid Shadow Legends free-to-play mystery shard only champion spotlight. Today we're going to be talking about a farmable champion, Mr. Executioner, who can be farmed in the campaign. And yeah, let's look at what he can do and see what he's about. We don't have him built too crazy, so this won't be a insane, best case scenario for Executioner. Just showing him off, seeing what he can do, and we'll give him a shot. So what does he do? Skills. He has an attack on one enemy, does a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn. He does have an attack on all enemies, decreases the turn meter by 20%, has a 50% chance of placing a decreased speed debuff for 2 turns, so that's very nice and slowing your enemies down. And then he has a 60% increased defense buff and counterattack buff on this champion for 3 turns, which basically means he is a greedy person. He likes to give himself the attention and not your team, which makes him not as good for, like, I don't know, team composition stuff, but he's good if you want to keep somebody not dead. I mean, that's basically it, because he'll just put his counterattack up, his defense up, and that's it. He'll stay alive. That's that. Masteries. We did build him a little bit more defensively. We got him into the offense tree, bringing him all the way down a normal to somewhat standard War Master tree. Defense, he has a couple of extra stats. What am I talking about? Stats in here that normally I don't put on people, but he decreases damage received by 10% if the champion has a stun debuff or any other debuff. He has damage received from AoE attacks minus 5%, which is nice. We did go into the removing of a random debuff if he loses HP, all the way down to 50% chance of counterattack when he loses 25% of his max HP. So very good for, if you want to get some extra turns in there and make sure he can do some stuff. Now, we do have him in lifesteal. I don't know if this is the optimal set for him. He might actually be better off as a defensive hero, just so that you can kind of keep him alive. But I think either a regen set might be nice. A couple of other, what's that? The other one that everyone has, regen and maybe even bolster, like something like that might be cool for him. But we have him in lifesteal so that he can regen his HP and he can keep getting attacked. And that's it. That's what we did with him. He does have a crit rate glove. He does have defense on his chest, which is a 4-star piece of garbage gear. We would obviously want to get something better on there. I don't really use him that much, if we're being honest here, but hey, this is him, and we're going to show him off anyway. He does have a speed boot on, and then we have defense on his ring, we have defense on his amulet, and defense on his banner. Now, his skills, this one's based on attack, this is based on attack and defense, and then this increases his defense. So I just went with the more defense route. I mean, you could try to get him some attack and extras, attack and defense, but that's up to you. I'm really just going to focus mostly on the defense aspect of his damage, and we'll go from there. He does have a little bit of attack. We'll look at his total stats. Total stats, he's got 30,000 HP, 2,000 attack, he's got 4,200 defense, 173 speed, which is not that great, 86 crit rate, which could be better, 102 crit damage, because he's still in the early stages. Normally, you would build up his crit rate in his gear and then add some crit damage on his glove, and that would get him into that 180, 200 range probably. Resist, he's got 123, accuracy 139. So he is not built in any way, shape, or form amazing. And we only really use him, to be honest, in Faction Wars right now. And he's the one hero that I honestly didn't even really want to keep going with. We're probably going to push forward with a different hero. I believe the next one on the list was a healer. We're going to see what we can come up with, but right now he's got us to where we are now. So let's look at what he does and where he has gotten us. So we go into battles, we go into Faction Wars. We don't have it open right now, but Revenant, nice Revenant. We're at 44 stars. So obviously he's not helping us that much. I also don't really use a lot of my Knights Revenant heroes outside of Crimson Slayer, and I use Coffin Smasher pretty much daily. Those two I have in my team, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to be pushing forward in here, but yeah, he hasn't gotten us that far, and we are looking for new heroes in the Knights Revenant clan, not clan, in the Faction Wars. Arena, I mean, could you use him in Arena? I mean, I don't know. Can you? Let's see. Let's look, and let's see how she does. Let's see how he does. We're going to pull her out and put in Mr. Executioner. Boom, done. Start. Let's see if we can kill this Death Knight. So we're going to show him off against a really tough enemy right now. We want to make sure that, you guys are very, very much in tune with the kind of battles you're going to be getting in the arena, and this is definitely one that you're going to get. I'm just kidding. Obviously. Here, let's see if he can get through this without dying. Let's see. We're going to do this. We're going to see if he can get through Leo without dying. Let's find out. All right, so we're going to do attack up. Hopefully he doesn't. We can freeze the guy. We did not, because Leo's a jerk. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and take her down, and then try to hit everybody. But I have a feeling it's going to bite me in the butt, like it just did right there. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the counterattack up on him, which increases his defense. And then we're going to try to remove this unkillable. And hopefully we can kill him. There we go. Look at that. He got a kill off. Look at that, buddy. And now we're going to revive my boy. Oh, wow. She actually did it. She did it through the fear. Isn't that great? There we go. And now we're going to kill you. Oh, no, we're not. Let's see if he can do some damage. This attacks all enemies. Let's see what he can do. Here we go. He did 20,000 and decreased her turn meter. Enough for me to come in with my boy, smack her in the face, freeze her, and now we can just auto it and call it a day. Now, would I say that he's great for the arena? I mean, he survived that hit, right? So I guess there's that. So if you build him really defensively in some kind of a shield set, possibly, that's why I'm saying maybe defense is more his thing rather than going kind of a mix out how I have him right now. I don't even know if the life steal is even necessary. I might even just say screw it and put him in the most defense you could possibly find, and that might be his best option. So he just doesn't die, and that's really what I would say is his best option. I would say regen. I think regen. Now looking at it, I actually have some regen gear I could probably put on him, but I would say regen is his best bet. That way he doesn't have to attack so much to do life steal. But if you're going to be doing something where he's counterattacking constantly, then who knows? Maybe. Let's see. In dungeon stuff, what will we do with him in dungeon? Now I know a lot of people have thought that maybe you could use him in places like Spider, and that might be something that'd be cool to see him counterattack his way to victory. I don't know how long that would last, and you would really have to build him hard to do it. We're gonna try it. What is it? Let's see. He is what? Let's take all these guys out. Take them out. All right, so he's blue, which means against green he is strong. So we're gonna try this. We're just gonna go in by ourselves and just see if he can beat level 8. Let's see what he is capable of. He's hopefully will put up his counterattack. Nope, he just killed everything. There we go. Counterattack. So now he's just going to keep counterattacking whenever somebody attacks him, and he'll heal himself back up every time. So basically, he'll get one turn, heal himself up. Spider attacks, he kills it. Spider attacks, he kills it. Spider attacks, he kills it. Notice that this is not going to end. Spider attacks, and he kills it. So yeah, and then he'll eventually get a turn, kill everybody, decrease speed. The question is, can he do enough damage to the boss in a time where he won't heal himself back up is really the question here. I think that's the only thing that would stop you from actually beating this boss. And if obviously if you're not defensive enough here, but this is only stage 8. So really we're not talking about crazy stuff here. We're just talking about stage 8 right now. So he did heal right there. This is more of a fun little thing that you can do with him. I know somebody said they wanted to see him do this, but I don't think I know it would work at a higher level if you built him correctly, but I don't really know if it's worth all that time to just have a little play fun and be like, hey man, look at this. This guy can just keep counterattacking every spider and get his turn back and then eventually kill it. Look at that. Stage 8. So I guess if you're early game and you're really struggling on Spider 8, then Executioner's your man for you. Oh gosh. Oh, Executioner. What is he gonna do? Yeah, look at that. All counterattacks. So I guess if you're using him against a boss, like you could conceivably just have him going against most bosses in lifesteal or regen, and yeah, just have him one shot the boss by himself. I don't know how many bosses this is good against. I'm going to leave that to you guys to figure it out because he's not my favorite. I don't really love this guy, but there you go. He was able to beat stage 8 by himself in a minute and 52 seconds, 37 turns. Not bad. And he did 800,000 damage to that stupid spider. And you get to watch him die in a really dumb fashion, which is fun, I think, for me personally, because I hate the spider. So he really pissed me off back in the day. Yeah, 1 month to beat him on stage 15. It took me a month to figure it out. Let's see. Faction Wars, we said he was good. Clan Boss, I mean, I don't know about that one. I don't know how I feel about this one. No, we'll try it. What the hell? What's the difference, right? We'll go into Nightmare and we'll see what he can do. Let's battle because I got to use my keys anyway. So he does speed down and he does the counterattack. So he's going to counterattack the whole time. So I'm thinking she does defense down. He does attack down. One of these two needs to go. He does a ton of damage, but we're going to try it. Whatever. We're just doing this to try it out anyway. So what's the difference, right? I can 2-key Nightmare. So if we do poorly on this one, I'll still be able to 2-key it without a problem. So we're good. We just got to use a key anyway. So we'll just see how many attacks he gets with his counter. Because I have a feeling the counter is going to run down faster than it's going to matter. Like, what's it going to get me? Maybe an extra 1 or 2 attacks, tops, with a counter. Yeah, because right now it's not looking too crazy as far as damage goes. I mean, it's not so far off balance that I'm like, oh, it's going to be terrible. But would I choose this? Probably not. We'll see if he gets some extra hits. I mean, as long as he lasts long, that's actually better than most things. As long as he can take a long time to die, but he's not super defensive-y, right? What do you have? 4,000 defense, maybe was it something like that? So, I mean, he will survive. I will survive as long as the executioner knows how to love. He should have changed his locks. It's a terrible, terrible song. No, it's not. It's actually a what do they call that? A classic. I will survive. It's a good song. I mean, I would dance to it. I guess if I was so inclined to dance, I would dance to it. I'm really curious to see what he does here. It doesn't seem like it's really helping the team. Let's put it that way. Not as much as what's his face, Coffin Smasher was helping, but he's not bad. He's okay. He's doing his job. We'll see. We'll see how much damage he does in the end, because that's really the big thing. Is what's his final damage versus everyone else? Because if he outlasts some people, then he might be able to get some extra damage in. So you never know. I have faith in Executioner. I do. I have faith in him. I think he can do some work. I also think it's great to see heroes that no one freaking uses in Clan Boss do Clan Boss. It's always fun to see like what some other heroes can pull off that you normally wouldn't use. So when people say, I can never do the damage into Clan Balls, I don't know why you talk like that. I don't know why I just had the accent again. I was like, why did I do that again? Yeah. I mean, I just like to see that you can do this stuff with any hero. Like as long as you got the patience to level them to 60 and get them with their War Masters and stuff and get a blessing on their dumb faces, yeah, you're good to go in Clan Boss. You can do some damage. So they're about 1 million to 2 million ish, somewhere in that range, below what my team would normally be at this point. My other team usually trails between 2 and 3 million from how many counts it is versus how many millions they do. So yeah, they're down a little bit right now. Do I think they're going to put up a bad number? No, I think they might still do that 13-5, which is all you really need to get through Nightmare on 3 keys is 13-5. So as long as they can do that damage, then obviously he wasn't a waste. Let's put it that way. You could still use him here. And I like to see that heroes I build don't go to waste. And he hasn't gone to waste because he's like I said, he's been helping us in faction wars. Is he the perfect person for that? Not really. He might be good for the final boss, but I don't think he's good. He's not really great for waves. He does a little bit of stuff with the wave damage, but his counter is basically reliant on you getting hit, and most of the stuff that hits you in the 14 to 21 range, you don't want him hitting you. So you're better off finding a team that can either heal, do insane damage, or stop anybody from attacking. I mean, the speed down does help, but it's not like I would much rather have a stun on an AoE than have that. So you could put him in a stun set and possibly make him a little more effective in that way. See, I'm finding all kinds of new ways that you can make him useful. The question is, will you get it? Yeah, it looks like they are going to get that 13-5, and they should last into the round 20 as long as no one gets freaking one shot from his AoE. So far, so good. Everyone's still alive. Got the poisons going. Got some leeching, some HP. Grush has gotten better. We got him over 50,000 power now. I got him a little bit more defense, and I got him a lot more speed. I think he's up to like 200 and something speed now, 220, 230, somewhere in that range. So we did get him up there versus what he was before, which has been really helping as far as keeping the leeches up and getting everything else up. I think we gave him some accuracy too. I believe his accuracy is over 200 now. It's over 5,000. Look at these guys. Look at these guys rolling. I am impressed with this. Look at this. Executioner, I don't know. It could just be that he's not dying and that's why. So that's No one got one shot on an accident. So yeah, I mean, look at this. They're doing their job. It's not terrible. Really, now the question is how much work did he put in versus everyone else? Because I feel like Frozen Banshee put in all the work. He is riding Frozen Banshee like it's his job. All right, let's see what they did. All right, so actually, I mean, not terrible. He put up 2.27. That's not terrible. I mean, I'm not upset by that. Coffin Smasher will actually put up around 3 to 4 million ish. Usually closer to like 3.2 million. Like that's his average. So, and my Coffin Smasher's not built too well, but and he's definitely not built well. Like he's got like a 4-star chest. Like yeah, he's not built amazing in any way. This executioner, but 2.275 million on a crappily built executioner is actually not unreasonable. And I mean, like I said, let's be clear. And would I recommend you go with him? No, I'm not recommending it, but it's not a bad option if you got no one else and you're looking to get that damage in. So yeah, I mean, Grush is not there for damage. He's there to make sure everyone else does well. And the funny thing about this team is that Frozen Banshee normally puts up between 5 and 7 million. So she actually had a bad run with this, and it was 16.6. So this would actually still work. I mean, I ain't mad at this team. So yeah, if you want to use him in Clan Boss, go ahead. He's got the counter. Obviously, if you have someone who can put counterattack on your entire team, yeah, you're going to do a lot more damage because then everybody gets a counter every time he does that AOE attack. So that gives you an extra like 4 or 5 hits every single other turn whenever you do the counterattack. So yeah, he's not bad. Whatever. It's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. 16 million. Win-win for me. It's still a 3K. Still a 3K. All right, let's check him out in Doom Tower real quick. Is there anyone in here that I would consider bringing him in up against? I definitely wouldn't bring him into Fae. That's just not smart. I don't think. I don't know if I would consider him in Bommel. I mean, he's defensive and everything, and he has the counter, so that could be helpful. But if he doesn't do anything with his A1 really, other than smack, then yeah, not really that great. As far as the Scarab King, unless he's in a shield set or you have a hero that does shields, he would be mildly useless. If you put him in, if you have a shield hero, then he can take the hits and have the counter attack. That could be something that I would think about doing, but you would have to put him in a HP destroy gear to make that work. So that is an option, almost like Jizzo. Basically, I use Jizzo in the same fashion. So he could be someone that you put in there, and his counterattack lasts longer. So you could conceivably give him HP destroyed and do it. But the only problem with it is that Jizzo has HP restoration built into his kit. So you don't need like a life steal or anything like that to do it. So you would have to put him in the immortal set, right? And get 3% HP regen, and he would have to have insane defense. So otherwise, I wouldn't. I would stay away from there. Would I fight in here? Sure. I mean, in here it doesn't really matter. This fight. Well, who are we gonna get rid of? We're gonna take you out, honey bunny, and we're gonna put Executioner in. And just like I said, this is the first fight in Doom Tower. Just figured we'll show him off a little bit, see what he can do against everybody, see if he puts up any damage. I don't know if he's going to get a chance to in the waves because my other team members are insanely strong. So yeah, look at that. He didn't even get a chance. Kale and Yukaro are going to do some serious powerhousing to show him up. And all he did was put a stupid counterattack up. Let's see if they can kill the boss before he even does damage. See, but now he took the counterattack, right? All right, let's see. Can Yukaro do it? He got one hit in. Look at that. One hit. It's ridiculous. I'm glad. You know what? This doesn't show him off very well, but I thought it was hysterical. Literally, he did 331 damage with that hit. Oh man, oh Executioner, you're so good. All right, let's for just because he needs redemption. He needs redemption. Let's go into the next one up. That was ridiculous. I'm really glad that I put that in there. All right, let's go. Here we go. Start this. Here we go. We got to waste our keys anyway, right? We need some stuff. So let's see if he gets more than one hit this time. Oh, what the hell? What did I do here? Why am I bringing him in here? I just realized that I did something weird. We're going to end this because I don't want to do that. End battle. There we go. I brought him in here for something, and I don't remember what it was. Edit team. All right, so let's get these guys out of here. We don't want you. We don't want you. We want you. We want you. We don't want you. We do want you, and we want you. That's right. Good. Start. Yeah, that was funny. I'm like, I forgot that I was doing something with Twin Claw. I was trying something out probably. I wanted to see how much damage he did probably, if I had to guess, with his 5-star. And I was testing him out in Griffin. That's why he's probably in there. But yeah, Griffin's a joke the first 2 times you fight him. So it doesn't really matter. I could probably do this fight with any 5 heroes. I'm not taking that's not like a threat. I'm not like I'm threatening you guys with a good time. Like, hey guys, I dare you to do it with heroes that suck. Go ahead, try it. Like, oh no, what's gonna happen? My key won't even be wasted. I literally lose nothing by doing it, so it doesn't really matter. Executioner style. Let's see if Executioner though can put up some numbers this time. Now, would I bring him into the later levels? No, because doesn't this guy steal? He steals buffs and stuff. So yeah, he would just end up stealing a counterattack for himself. So yeah, there's zero reason for me to want him on my team in here. With that, he did that 14k damage. He's rocking it. If he gets beat by Apothecary, I'm gonna be seriously upset. I gotta make sure I drink all of my coffee soon. It's getting cold. Maybe I'll heat it up after I upload this video. I'll be like, time to eat. Time to eat. Yeah, time to heat up my coffee. But if I do that, the dogs are gonna wake up, and I kind of want them to stay asleep. They've been very quiet. They're very cute, and I'm very excited about it. All right, let's see what Executioner did. Is he the man that he says he is? No, but he does get hit by that a lot. I'm also got him in here with like monsters, so yeah, he did 44k versus these guys, but he also doesn't get turns because these guys are just insane with turn meter. So I mean, he steals turn meter and then goes again. So I can't really use this team to do it, but yeah, there we go. Let's see. Hold on, hold on, 1 second, please. This has nothing to do with Executioner, by the way. We're just gonna, whatever. We're gonna try it. We're gonna do it with heroes I never use, the heroes that I use the least. So I use Totem the least. I use him the least. We have 20% defense. I would say we probably need a healer, so we'll bring Valerie just because whatever. All right, let's see what happens. We're going to see if Executioner can shine in here. I said you can do this with any heroes, and we're going to find out if that boast is true. And Greybeard doesn't even have all his skills maxed. He's literally the only level 60 that I haven't. Actually, no, Third just is the other one because I just got her though, so that doesn't count. But he's the only level 60 that I've been sitting on without all his skills maxed. He's almost getting there. I think I'm missing only like 4 or 5 skill books on him now because I did farm to get him and Spirit Host extra copies of both of those guys. So he's almost maxed. But yeah, we haven't seen Greybeard in action. And that's why you haven't seen him in a video yet, because I just got him a 60 to try something and we never did anything with him. So now we're going to rebuild him probably, get his skills maxed, and then we'll have a champion spotlight on him as well. Mr. Greybeard will get it. And then from that point forward, we're probably going to be doing some stuff with all of the campaign heroes. So eventually I'm going to be doing a video on all campaign videos. I'm going to do a video on all my campaign videos. No, I'm going to do a video on all the campaign heroes. That way everybody can see every hero from the campaign. I'm just curious if Execution is going to do any damage in a team that will not overpower him technically. So this is just an anything burger team, as they call it. And we brought Valerie in because we definitely need some healing, because this guy can do some serious damage. So this is just to show you guys, can crap heroes do the job? And Executioner's in that pool. I mean, he's not bad, and he definitely has some pluses and things that I think that if I play with him long enough, I'll be able to manipulate and make him a better hero. I don't think he's bad in any way. I just don't think he's that good for me right now, the way he is built. But is he worth building? Who knows? He's so far he didn't really do much for me, but here we go. Let's see what happens. He's going to tumult. All right, we got our shield back, which is good, but the heal wasn't enough for him. He does the most damage too, so that's going to hurt us if he dies, which I knew he was going to. I feel like Graybeard, Valerie, and Executioner are going to hold this fight. I don't know if they're going to be able to survive the big hits. I know Totem's screwed. She's probably not going to survive. But the other three, because they have shields, they have counterattacks. They both have counterattacks, actually, unless he steals them. We don't need any stealing of counterattacks. That's a bad idea. Literally the worst three I could have picked because they're like, oh yeah, steal my counterattack. Okay, so she can heal. All right, look at this. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. All this just to show you, just to see if any team can beat this and if execution is good. All right, we got more shield. And he's dead. Uh-oh, we're getting down to the wire. He's already, I think, at max attack power right now, so he's going to counter, though, every time that guy does stuff, so that's good. And he'll heal himself, which is perfect, because Valerie heals herself also every turn. Not good. This guy's getting tons of turns now. This is why you can't let the fight last long. This is why you don't ever want to see a 20 on the side of that fight. So I guess this is not any team can beat this, but honestly, you could pick just a DPS that was good because none of these guys are good DPSs. So if you just brought one DPS in here that was good, you would have won that because they're just not strong enough. They're all defensive and counterattack. So yeah, I would just say bring one. Any one of these guys could be replaced. Like you could replace someone with a really good DPS because Conqueror's whatever. He's not that great. I would probably say get rid of Totem maybe, but she has the defense down. I would say Graybeard actually would be the one I would get rid of. But there you go. They can lose. Execution is really good at losing. All right. That's it for that. Let's get out of here. All right, so you can get a Prism Crystal deal. That's exciting. So yeah, that's basically Mr. Executioner. He can be used in teams. He can be used in faction wars. He's not terrible. He looks funny. He looks like Doctor Evil. Got a robot makeover. So there's that, and he's got an ugly sword that looks like it's like a Lego. He looks like he has Lego set armor, right? Lego. He's what Darth Maul would look like or whatever. No, Darth Revan or whatever it was from whichever one it was from Knights of the Old Republic. That's what he looks like. That's what he reminds me of. But yeah, he's not a terrible hero. You just got to build him right. Honestly, like I said, I don't have him in anything crazy. If you got him a little bit more built, he probably would put out some serious damage. And I definitely think maybe a stun set or a regen set would probably suit him better, especially if you get his stats correct. Because right now his stats are basically garbage, and he held his own. I mean, he's not doing terrible, but he's not putting up good damage. So really, we would want to focus on getting his damage up and having him last a little bit longer in the fight. And that's really it. He was lasting a pretty long time, and he's not even that strong. So I'm surprised. I'm not surprised actually that he lasted to the end with Valerie because Valerie's pretty beasty, and they both had HP regen, and he has lifesteal. So there you go. All right. If you have any questions, things you want to talk about, anything you want to discuss about Mr. Executioner, if you use him in a better team than I do, feel free to put it up here on the comments. I'm always interested to hear how other people use heroes. And I do updates every time, every video recently. I've been saying the do thing. I do updates on things. So if let's just say down the road he starts really working for me, yeah, I may do another update version on some heroes and be like, hey man, we just found a really good thing that we can do with him, and I think you guys will be really excited to see it. All right, so as always, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. It's always good for the channel. We're trying to hit that 1,000 mark right now. It's the road to 1,000 week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, however long it takes. It's the road to 1,000. That's it. It could be a month, it could be a year, I don't care. It's still the road to 1,000 until we hit 1,000. All right, so this is Executioner. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.